In today's video we have a chromatus that has been in this smaller enclosure due to some health issues, eating issues and things like this. So I've put it into a smaller enclosure just to try and encourage it to eat, which it has done for the last few months. So today we're going to put this one back into a slightly larger enclosure. We also have this Tarantuhalla albipelosus, the curly hair male, that did recently molt and needs a new setup because this one has pretty much doubled in size. Even though this enclosure would be okay, it's getting a little bit crowded in there, and we definitely need to give this one an upgrade. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rehouse both those two tarantulas. So the first thing we're going to need to do is get this one out of here. Now this tarantula is pretty skittish and it's going to be interesting. I want to use this same cork bark and some of the substrate because it's got an awful lot of webbing and things like that on it, so I want it to be familiar. So what we're going to have to do is get this out of here, and we're going to be rehousing it in one of the larger 20x20x20s that I've sealed. But yeah, we need to get this one out of here first and then get all the substrate out. So we're going to transfer over to the bathroom and try and catch this spider up, which should be entertaining. I think this one is possibly the most skittish of all tarantulas that I have. So let's move over to the bathroom. So our first task is going to be to catch up this spider. Like I said earlier, this one's probably one of my most feisty, skittish spiders. It was really not eating for a good while. It was looking like it was moving extremely lethargic. So I rehoused it into this smaller setup for a while, just so I could monitor it a bit more closely. As you'll probably see from the abdomen when I get this out, how flicky it already is. If we can actually get it to move. Come on. Okay. Oh. Let's try and go over it with the stick. Get it to come this way. Oh. This is going to be possibly some time getting out of here without. There we go, come on. Come on. As you can see, it's a little bit. Let's just get that. Don't want to move this cork bark because I think the whole thing above it's going to probably collapse if I take this out. Possibly. Maybe if we move this up, we might be able to get to it a little bit easier. Right. There we go. Get it backing up. Back in. Oh, I don't mind fret posture. That's fine. You can fret pose me all you want. As long as you let me catch you up. As you can see, fret postures from the Nhandu. It is one unhappy spider. But then you would be if you was in this small home. So now with the spider nice and secure, leave him there for a minute. We'll go back, we'll resort this stuff that's in here out into the larger enclosure. For that we'll go back into the other room. So new enclosure, old enclosure. This is only, I say only, but 5 centimetres either direction larger. But when we talk about volume, as I said in a previous video, it does look a massive mess on here because I've got an awful lot of enclosures sat on this desk at the moment. When we're talking about enclosure size, this 20 by 20 by 20 is about 8,000 cubic centimetres, whereas this one's about 2,300, something like that. So there is a lot more volume space, and I think once the spider's in here with a lot of substrate, there's a lot more room for burrowing and things. It will use more of the space. So this is the one we're going to kit out. So all we're going to do is we're going to fill some substrate in here, grab the cork bark, some of the old soil in here, mix it up with the new stuff. Won't be doing that with my hands because this one flicks all over the place, and it's a Nhandu, so my hands will get itchy. So we're going to carefully do that. So I will, without moving anything, we're just going to give it a... And we have our enclosure with cork bark, nice new glass water bowl, loads of substrate. Get rid of the old one out the way for a second. Nice deep substrate, using some of the old stuff, some of the new stuff. Should be deep enough for the spider. There's not too much room for it to climb at the back, which is nice. So it's just a case of moving the spider back in here, I think. Don't think I'll be doing that in here, because even though sometimes I do, as I say, this one a little bit flighty, so we'll see how this goes. We're going to go back into the other room and move the spider in. And we're back in the bathroom. Transfer central. We'll see how nice and easy this one goes back in here. The spider's been sitting here as good as gold while we've been messing around with that. We'll just have a look and see whether or not it wants to play ball. And I know that I keep doing this with my catch cup, and that is not putting the hole in the bottom. There we go. But in this case it doesn't really matter. Spider's gone straight in, no drama, nicely rehoused. Has got a bit of a bald bum, as you can see. Hopefully now this gives this one loads of space, couple of molts at least, and this one's taken a good while to molt, so hopefully a couple more molts will give it quite a bit of time in here before we have to worry about rehousing it into any larger enclosure. Haven't managed to sex this one yet because it keeps chewing absolutely every single molt that it has, but there we go, it's in. Anyway, back to the other room again. And we're back in the room. We have the other spider that we're going to rehouse today, which is the Tarantuhalla, the curly hair tarantula. This one, as I was saying, is recently molted, and as you can see from its size, it's well, it's a little bit big for this. It's probably be okay, but I would rather it go up in size. This enclosure is, as I said with the other one, it's a fair bit bigger on the footprint, so we're going to move him, which is a confirmed male, into this one, which possibly will be its forever home. It's surprising, when I move all this over into this enclosure, you'll see the size difference. The spider will look quite small in it. It possibly be okay in here for another molt, but yeah, I just want to move it over, redo its substrate, redo its setup and all this and the other. So what we're going to do is I'm going to catch cup the spider. We're going to, again, I want to use this cork bark and some of this substrate, familiarity in this one, mix it up with some other stuff, not with my hands because this one makes me itch, and then we will be good to move the spider over. So let's catch cup this one up. Okay, so we're now in a better position to get this little boy all caught up. Hopefully it will be quite calm, this one. Never had a problem with this one with flicking much, but it's just the hair seems to irritate me on this one. But we'll see what it's like. It is quite food responsive, so we'll try and get it to walk out. Hopefully it's going to come nice and... Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Not that way. Come on, this way. This way. Come on. When they get like this, I hate it because they get so stressed, and I don't want them to be stressed. Oh. Come on. So let's go this way. Come on. It's going to be stubborn. Come on. Right, let's go this way. Come on. Let's get your legs moving round this way. Come on. It's so calm. It's so calm. Come on. This is actually my second ever spider. I got it from Mark's tea room at the Midlands Entomology Show at the end of the year in 2021. And it's not normally as stubborn as this.
One eternity later.
There's absolutely no rush with this type of thing, it's just trying to make it as calm as possible for the spider. But sometimes when they don't want to move, they don't want to move, do they? Come on. Absolute little diamond. He really is. Let's just put the lid on him so he's safe. And we can leave him down there while we sort this out. Right, let's empty this enclosure out. I won't bore you now he's in there. What we'll do is we will leave him just here. I know you probably can't even see him there. He's out of shot, isn't he? There we go. He's just down here. We'll have the enclosure here and we'll have a time jump. And we've got the new enclosure. This is a lot bigger. It's 20 by 20 by 20. One of the ones that we've water sealed. And now all we've got to do is, we won't bother going into the other room for this, is move our little furball into their new home, which hopefully will go smoothly because, like I say, it's a curly. Curlies are nice and docile. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Come on. Let's turn around. There we go. Nice and easy. Come on. There we go. It's a lovely spider. Absolutely gorgeous thing. We've got 4 curlies. we'll just let it make its own way in. So yeah, anyway, that's the rehouse done. Right, and we're back in the room. So yes, that was the Tarantuhalla albipilosus, curly hair, and the Nhandu chromatus, which surprisingly was very, very calm. Stubborn, both of them, but calm. That one gave me so much hassle when I put it into that enclosure before, it was ridiculous. But yeah, two beautiful spiders, hopefully do well in their new homes. I think the curly hair will probably stay in that, depending on how gangly the legs go when it molts out. Not sure how far away that is from actually being mature and hooking out, but we will see. We will see. We don't want it wandering around too much as a mature male. We don't want it wearing itself out too soon. Obviously it's our pet. We want it to live as long as possible. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought of these setups. If you like those are the Mantis Den cubes that I have waterproofed the bottom of, so hopefully they're going to stand the test of time with the new spiders. Obviously I've pre-drilled an awful lot of holes and ventilation into both of them, so I'm hoping that those do the job. Yeah, anyway, we'll probably catch up with those guys at some point soon, give you an update on how they're doing. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, and we'll catch up with you again next week. Thanks.